take over for me.
Bottom left-hand corner, we got Gypsy starting as the blue Terran. Bottom right-hand corner, we have Jaeyun starting as the green Protoss.
We're on Neo-Sylphid.
Neo-Sylphid, classic. What are your feelings about Neo-Sylphid TVP?
It's somewhat. I mean, it's a reasonable map. You couldn't get gas. I mean, it is a 3-player map, but you could get gassed. There are some options in the middle of the map where people can, proxy gate you. It seems like that might be the case here. I think, as JY, he is probably going to proxy gate. Maybe try to catch Gypsy off guard this game.
One thing I have seen, I'm not sure why the players stopped doing this, but for a while it seemed like everybody who was playing Gypsy on the Korean server was going this one gate, which Jaeyun's pulling off right here. And we'll see if it's 2 gate or 1 gate. I assume it's going to be 1 gate, but 1 gate forward pressure. Yeah. And Gypsy had a massive difficulty against it time and time again. I'm not sure why that is. It's possible he's cleaned it up because I haven't seen people really try it against him for a while, but for a bit it seemed like every player on the ladder was doing this against him.
Yeah, I think it's also games. Jaeyun's cutting probes right now. So this is going to be...
Looks like this is going to be double gate.
This is going to be double gate. This is going to be unexpected. The Gypsy's not really prepared to handle this right now, actually, because he didn't make the supply depots in a position that you would want to make them that makes it easy to handle Marines.
Yeah, it looks like he was expecting just a standard macro game here.
Yeah.
And he's staging up
gas.
Yeah, went for gas. And Jaeyun gets first
now,
scout.
Here's what is maybe a little bit surprising for Gypsy. You haven't scouted me this fast in any game.
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden are you scouting me this quickly? Right. This is probably going to be might be the giveaway, but there's not really anything Gypsy can do differently. Now, here's going to be the critical moment. We're going to make one Marine. We're going to make the supply depot right after this barracks finishes, or around the 15 SCV mark. Now, do you make the second Marine, or do you make the extra SCV? That's going to be the critical point, and I think whichever way, I think if you choose the SCV, you're going to be in a much dire position. I think if you choose the Marine, I think you can handle this 2 gate a little bit better. I still think you're going to need that bunker.
These SCV have taken a massive amount of damage from this single probe. Some incredible micro gets the SCV kill, and right now we got a silent barracks as the Zealot's making its way in.
Yeah, this is actually you know what? I think he can. Oh, that's not that great.
Back through the left corner. Probe dies, but more Zealots on the way, and currently Gypsy still hasn't scouted the 2 gate, but has to know at this stage with how rapidly that second Zealot was able to get in, what he's up against.
And he's building that bunker by the gas head, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yeah, he's going to have to just make it a runaround until he can get that bunker up if he surrounds on that extra Zealot.
Decent defense thus far. Marines very low. 1 Marine down. A little bit of a misclick right there. Second Marine down. Zealot's been working on the barrack, and it looks like
we got the bunker finished.
And it looks
we're
like
gonna get it loaded. But he's going to have to. I mean, the Vulture is going to come out. Oh, actually, the
Vulture's been delayed.
Stopped.
And it looks like that factory taking a lot of hits.
Now
this is there's GG.
GG. Wow.
Jaeyun takes
it.
Game 2.
Very fast one. I think Gypsy probably didn't realize that was in his
repertoire
of tactics.
Not something you expect from Jaeyun. So I take back what I said earlier, where
Jaeyun, I think historically has been a very what's the word I'm looking for?
He's an intelligent guy.
Yeah, he's an intelligent guy. He's a very smart guy, and he likes to play mind games, right? He prepares against his opponents. He knows a little bit of how they play, and I think he also doesn't get affected by any of these games when he loses. So I think there's 2 things. He's pretty robust in making sure he doesn't take losses too personally. I also think he knows the mind games. It's like, hey, I know if I can do this tactic, you might not expect it since you think I'm a very standard player, and I'm going to get that advantage.
Right now he's 1 game away from his 2nd StarCon victory in a row.
Let me get Artosis, because this might be the final game.
What do you guys? We should put up a quick bet. Who do you think? Do you think Artosis is gonna come for the final cast? Chat says no. Negative. The door opens. The man walks in. Question is which man is it?
Chat, what's up? It's time. It is time. All right. Ugh. Diggity, how are you doing, man? I can't believe you've been in this hot room this whole day.
I'm a little bit fatigued.
I bet you are, man. Oh my god. Can I get you a beer or anything?
No, I'm good right this second.
Okay.
I'll start drinking after this.
Yeah. No, I tell you, as soon as those carriers got me, man, someone put it on my table for me. We are ready.
We are ready.
Oh, are you doing it without the headset? That's pretty smart, actually. These headsets are really annoying.
Yes, they are.
The sound is very poorly balanced.
Yeah, the sound quality is not the best. Upper right-hand corner, we got Gypsy starting as the yellow Terran. Bottom left-hand corner, we have Jaeyun starting as the white Protoss. And thus far, Jaeyun, he's one game away from taking the series. He's found ways to win. And I think partly with the cheese, it's respect to Gypsy's playstyle and a heads-up. If you're just going to heads-up macro, I think Jaeyun's feeling like, okay, that's not the way to go. Initially, I was thinking if he was going to pull this, he might have tried to pull it at the winner's bracket final. But wow.
I think he might be getting a little bit fatigued as well. Like, these games have been long. We've been playing a long time.
That's true.
I tell you, by the end of the series against Jaeyun, it hurt less because of how tired I was, you know? A few things I want to point out, because we don't have any cameras out in the venue or anything, but so I actually, like, when I saw Gypsy about to get fucking cheese with carriers and then gateways, I went over and sat next to him to watch. And he didn't react too much to the carriers. Like, he was a little bit surprised. But then he, when he realized the Zealots, he was not happy, man. And that was rough because his building placement auto loses to that.
Right.
Like, as soon as I saw where he put his racks, it was over. Unfortunate, but Jaeyun is playing, like, really smart here. Now, Gypsy, by the way, just one more thing, and then I'll shut up for a minute for you, Diggity, but Gypsy, like, got up really angrily after that second game and walked outside and took a moment. And, yeah, and Jaeyun was actually laughing. So, it shows you Protoss are bad people.
It shows you that fundamentally, morally, Protoss will cheese their friends in the finals and laugh at them when they're upset. That's what
Is there nothing Jaeyun won't do to win this tournament?
Is there nothing?
You saw the carriers against me with the DTs. Was that fair? No. Was anything you did against Gypsy fair? No.
So, first of all, Artosis is having a great day as far as proofs here. He's got Protoss Scum proving it all the way to the finals, and we got the Conception 2400 in writing from Kaido declared. So, working out. We got a probe hanging out. I don't know if this is to hide any sort. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get.
That's an excellent robo hide spot. I have lost to that so many times. When I used to play Eclipse a lot, I actually would scout there the early game because a lot of people were hiding robos there. So almost certainly it'll be like a Proxy Reaver.
So Proxy Reaver probably coming. Now the question is are we going to have an opportunity for fake range? Zealot marching its way out.
Yeah, I think you're right. It probably needs to be fake range, right?
Yeah.
Like if you want this to work.
SCV. Well, is Gypsy gonna hang? Yeah. No, he's gonna exit with that SCV and not even wait for it.
And notice he threw down the extra pylon there that he doesn't actually need. You have to do that, or Gypsy's like, wait, what's going on?
Where's that additional pylon?
So he's selling it real well. A quick thing to mention here: this build is very good against mine openers specifically. So if Gypsy goes for a mine opener, it's going to be pretty tough.
In the meantime, he is getting that factory up, and he's getting that factory before expand here. Zealot's making its... Jaeyun's just selling this perfectly. The Zealot marching its way up across the map. Not seeing it. It looks like Gypsy is going to go for expand. We don't see any tech, however, starting
what's the deal with that?
Dropping a
gate?
Gateway. Interesting.
What?
This is not what I was expecting.
Oh, is it DT? Oh,
we're going to go DT.
Dude,
Not sure I like this as much.
You're right? I don't like it as much either.
I think a Reaver would have been a strong play here. We do have a machine shop dropping. 3 Marines are in that bunker. command center building, and also the SCV was able to sneak up and confirm that it wasn't one gate into expand. So he's got to have some. I expect, especially after game 1, game 2, for Gypsy to have some indication. I would be really shocked if he didn't build something anti-DT. Yeah, and it's going to be. So we got 3-gate DT.
Wow. Well, that's pretty crazy. That's like a very, very, very cheesy build. Oh my god, he cannot let that up. But seeing no Nexus at 421, this isn't 5 or 6 years ago. He'll get an eBay immediately. Yeah, there it is. But the thing is, with this, you can still bust the bunker. Even if there's a turret, sometimes you can overwhelm.
Looks like a Vulture starting to move out. We'll see if that Vulture finds... Yeah, he's starting hunting. He's like, okay, where are those gateways? I know there's going to be gateways or something out here, and he's trying to move around the map and find the location. Let's see if he... Maybe if he researched mines first, might be able to lay mines between point A and point B. And
that would be helpful. That would be really helpful.
Good. But it is also going to come down to what angle do the units that are coming out of these bottom right-hand corner take. Gypsy actually moved out with those initial 3 Marines as well to check the front to see what he was up against, and he only sees a single Dragoon and single Zealot, so he's got to be scratching his head here. Yeah,
this is kind of confusing what you're looking at. He's going to poke you with the tanks. This is all good stuff from Gypsy, and his turret's going to be up, like, literally as the DT is in there. So he knows now, okay, he's going to block with SCVs. You just have to block. You have to stop the first DT. There you go. There you go. Okay, so the danger is still here because it's 3-gate. There is actually this build that actually is, like, the scummiest filth in the whole world, where you make, like, 5 DTs, and you run up and you snipe the bunker. He might do that.
So 1 mine lands on that DT. I think Gypsy was expecting the proxy gates to be to the north. Vulture has actually gotten in the main, got taken care of actually by a DT pretty rapidly, and now Jaeyun diving into that natural expansion. Great SCV blockade, but Jaeyun, yeah, he's not going to fight it out. Calls GG right there.
Wow.
So now, Gypsy,
game 5.
We're going
Diggity.
To game 5.
So sick.
God, we just have had absolutely insanely good games and good series all the way up to the finals.
Yeah, today's games have been insane, especially Nesh games. Oh my god, Nesh games.
Nesh is played.
He's my favorite pro gamer right now.
Is he?
Oh, you better believe it. His games were entertaining, every single one.
I feel like I'm kind of sad I didn't get to cast Semi today, actually. I was hoping to cast Semi.
Oh, he DT dropped me.
Oh.
After I told him not to.
Semi. Just got to shake the finger out there.
Oh, dude, are we already into the next game?
Yep.
See, that's an anger start from Gypsy.
Upper left-hand corner, we've got Gypsy starting as the hot pink Terran, which has been very successful for Terran today, if you've been keeping track. Bottom right-hand corner, we've got Jaeyun starting as the white Protoss. This is on this map. My brain's walking on Neo Dark Origin.
Neo Dark Origin.
Yeah, Neo Dark Origin.
Dude, this map is really tough. I think that's why Jaeyun took such a risk on Eclipse, because Eclipse is like, it's tough for Terran, but it's playable. This map, there's not a really great way to play it. Like, Gypsy said earlier when I was talking to him, he's like, I think I can just play it normal. Because he's, you know, Gypsy is the best player at the tournament. Like, even if Jaeyun wins this, and that's great, and that's a great result, but, like, overall, I think everyone would agree, like, mechanically, he's just a step above. But I think he'll probably try to play it regularly, but if Jaeyun goes, like, Reaver into Storm, man, it's hard to play against that here.
One thing I find interesting about Neo Dark Origin is also how light it's really hard. It's challenging with the 3rd. It's challenging past that to get a 4th. And so, yeah, I think usually the game's decided pretty early on.
Yeah. Yeah, you generally get like a really big advantage pretty early on this map. It's, honestly, I'm not even sure how you're supposed to play it. Like, I just did some weird cheesy stuff myself.
Like, also, if you look at it, so you got your natural expansion, you've got this nearby 3rd, and then you have what? If you're talking about like a map split, you've got 1 or 2 other bases past that, and that's it.
Yeah.
This isn't like Vermeer or someplace else, or even Eclipse. You've got
well,
like
you know, I guess to be fair, if you get the 4th base secured as Terran, you're pretty happy because, like, a normal situation in TVP on like big maps on like Vermeer or something would be like 4 base for 7 base, right?
Right.
So if you take 4. Protoss can only have 6. So that's actually not bad if you can get number 4.
Gypsy's starting to move out with that scout, which I think he's going to be relieved when he gets in this base and sees that it's some standard action. And here we've got 1 gate, 2 pylons down, cybernetics core being built. Gypsy doing pretty standard stuff. He does have 3 SCV and gas, so it looks like he wants to go ahead and open up with a factory.
Yeah, Factory Expand, I don't blame him. This map seems like there's something weird about where you place your barracks and then where your bunker is. It's kind of like some of the Fighting Spirit spawns, like bottom left Fighting Spirit, where like the ramp is so far from in front of the command center that Factory Expand feels better here, because if like shit can go wrong if someone's like pushing past your bunker type of thing, right? Like Protosses love to run by bunkers on this map because it's like such a weird travel distance.
In the meantime, SC worker fight on the front. Jaeyun refusing to cede the ramp and playing a kind of a overall meta game, saying, okay, well, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing interior of the base. The SCV actually retreating with 10 health, and I don't know if this is going to trigger Gypsy to play a little bit more defensively or not. He's already got the bunker up, 2 Marines waiting. Third Marine out. He's not building an additional Marine overall, but it looks like Jaeyun just wanted to go 1 gate into expansion.
Yeah, pretty standard openers. You know, that was a bunker he was making, right? Yep. So like, that's kind of funny. That's a very defensive play from Gypsy, because generally, if you're going to go like a 3 Marine Vulture expand, you won't make the bunker until after the command center. So he's playing very conservatively, which actually, you know, it's like, are you playing to win right now, or are you playing not to lose? Because that can make a big difference.
Second SCV that's healthy, making its way back around a Dragoon, trying to play high up in the gap, and this is again playing into the previous 2 rounds where we had that cheese, but going to try to blockade this out as long as possible. The SCV is able to confirm. That's got to be a relief for Gypsy overall. I'm just going to retreat that SCV right back out. Regardless, though, Jaeyun is going to have a slight economic lead. It's not like massive or game-ending right here, but he's going to have that base up a little bit earlier because Gypsy was playing more cautiously, as you were saying.
Yeah, just slightly slower. But you know what? If you want to do that and just feel completely safe, it's like, okay, I guess we can do that. Where does he follow up, though? Is he going to play this entire game safe? Because if Jaeyun starts cutting some corners, seeing how safe he's playing, that's where you get so far behind, it's really hard to win.
And I feel like this is a dangerous map to play safe against someone who's playing economically aggressive on, for previous reasons that we've already stated. But there's just not a lot of resources that are out on the map. It's not like a game where you're going to take it to this ultra late game thing regardless. Yeah. So yeah, the early stages can be absolutely critical.
Oh, Vulture out on the map, probably going to get mines and try to lay it at some expansions and some attack paths, that type of thing. Just kind of keep track of what Protoss is up to. Ah, the starport. Okay. And that's a reasonably quick starport. So actually, he will get the dropship out before an observer can get to him. So that's good. And we'll just have to see if Jaeyun can actually defend against these Vultures that are going to be in his base. He's got great SimCity, by the way. Great SimCity.
Good SimCity to defend. It's actually a pretty wide droppable space. I hadn't thought about this for either player, but this is a big area to drop from both locations. I like that Gypsy is going to go ahead and exploit that. Got some good mine coverage in the meantime. He's already blockaded some mines of the third. The first observer is moving out and is going to see the mines in that Vulture, but that's not going to raise any suspicions. But I don't know. I think that, well, we'll see if this observer makes its way up on its flight path. It might be able to detect that starport before the dropship lands.
I tell you, if actually the observer is getting there a little bit faster than I thought it would, like I'm fairly certain if you start your dropship or your starport at like 4 minutes, you're supposed to be able to get out the dropship before an observer gets there. But it looks like the observer is going to get there just in time to see this. This is kind of heartbreaking. If Gypsy looks and sees that there's an observer, that's gonna, well, you're gonna play it very differently. It opens up different drop spots because you know where your opponent should stand. So, like, for instance, see, he's going to stand kind of splayed here. He should drop to the left of that.
So we still have openings to the left.
Yeah,
we still have openings to the natural expansion. And it would be fun if Gypsy actually pulls some Vultures, applies a little bit of pressure to the front to pin those Dragoons back here to make sure that there's not as much...
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Like if he hits, maybe drop 3, push with 2.
Yeah.
That type of thing, like lay a mine there, kind of make the goons micro. And
but look what Jaeyun's doing. He's already like dropping some extra clutter here at the natural expansion to make it a little bit more challenging for Vultures to run around in this back area. So yeah, right now I think he's recognized, especially because if he sat it there, he's got the timing of it overall. We are loading up here in the bottom left-hand corner. Single Dragoon starting to march out. I think maybe in anticipation of any sort of push out the front, or maybe wanting to catch the dropship loading up, because we did see Gypsy in previous matches do a very close load up. But now that dropship, the pylon spots here in the bottom left-hand corner.
And nothing's working, man. This is so rough. Yeah, he's going to pick them back up. Now, here's one thing to mention. Like, you really want damage, but if you save everything, it's not the end of the world that it didn't do damage.
That actually shows. I feel like that shows a level of skill and poise as well. Like a lot of other players, it won't work. They'll just trash it and be like, okay, whatever, and throw it out. But
I'm included in that, but like realistically, I shouldn't be.
But yeah, but this might open up an opportunity at some other point, at some critical juncture. And dropships, I mean, if nothing else, you can use them as like little scouting units. If nothing, there's something, you know, you get at least the unit out there. Gypsy moving out might even grab a third behind this. He's already got an SCV in position to do so. Turning the other corner, going for another angle for the drop. The vultures do land this time. It looks like one gets taken. It looks like both get taken out. Damage mostly mitigated, but does see that Stargate plop down before the third behind this. And he's still got some units on the high ground to spot when this third is grabbed.
I gotta say, I'm surprised about the Stargate. His Vulture drop's really not working because of some great SimCity, but it looks like Jaeyun's going to go directly into Arbiters here. But I feel like Arbiter is not as strong on this map. I really feel like this is a Psystorm map.
And this is, honestly, this would make me a little bit nervous as well, considering what Jaeyun did in Game 1 of this series. Where it's like, are you showing me like 2 or 3 base Arbiter in fact, when you're in fact planning to do a massive turnaround? I think it would be a little bit harder to execute on this map. But Jaeyun, maybe playing a different mind game, showing the Arbiter, thinking, okay, maybe I'm going 3 base Arbiter, instead grabbing that 4th base at the 3 o'clock location. In the meantime, Gypsy going ahead and saddling up. He's got that base coming up pretty rapidly himself. One thing on Neo Dark Origin is it's challenging once you get siege tanks near that ramp range to go for breaches until you have something that will get you over that hump. Dropships found that. They do find the 4th, though.
Yeah, good scouting, and you know he's utilizing the dropship, right? He's getting some scouting. I mean, you kill a probe here and there, so the pylon and cannons will be a little bit later. Okay, it's good moves. Yeah, he clicks them as if it is just Dark Origin, not Neo Dark Origin. There used to be a path there that you could run up. Actually, this is the map everyone played the least coming into this tournament. It's just it's not a super popular map. It's not on the ladder, so I know Raz had that as well against Gypsy. He didn't realize it was the new one and screwed that up as well.
Was looking for a return path. Ooh, Dragoon able to get the Dragoon's eating a big mine right there mid-map. Looks like the Dragoon's also going to be able to sneak up, take out those vultures that were stranded upper right-hand corner. Pretty solid economy. Second drop now at the natural, and this time Dragoon's not in position. And that is before the cannon. This is unfortunate for Jaeyun. This is before that cannon was coming in line. He probably dropped that cannon and was like, I don't have to worry about drops here anymore. Instead, a pummeling of probes there at the natural. Going to slow down that economy a decent amount. But cleaned up otherwise. Also critically able to see that Arbiter Tribunal. And so maybe where he was like, okay, this is going to be a fake tech switch to +1 weapons. Instead, getting some additional confirmation of hopefully what he hopes.
I wonder if he was trying to trick him because next to the Stargate, he's spinning the Cybernetics core. So maybe he's like, hey, I'm going carriers this time. But actually, the Tribunal was more the hidden thing.
Yeah. So going for the fake +1.
Yeah.
Hoping to get scanned.
Yeah.
Jaeyun going for the Ultra Mind games this time. A good amount
+1 ARBs, man. That's the pride build.
Observers he's got pretty good vision of the map right now. This is one problem for Gypsy, is his outside of comm stats. He doesn't have a lot of mines or anything else. He is sending another dropship out. Let's see if he can get something else done. But now look at this.
Oh, dude. Jaeyun. Oh, not again. No, Gypsy, find it. I hope this dropship flies over that.
Let's see if the dropship... Okay, this is
the luckiest dropship ever. Or the unluckiest dropship ever. No, he turns. He wants to kill probes. Dude, you're never going to scan there either. You're just never going to scan there.
It's just... Oh, that's brutal. Absolutely brutal. And you see an Arbiter move up. Do you see what Jaeyun did right there? Dirty Protoss maneuvers. He threw the Arbiter across the natural expansion to try to confirm, like, nope, yep, go on Arbiter. You don't have to worry about it.
Those mind games, man.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. So now, but yeah, the Stargates, third Stargate coming online, first carrier being built. My one concern for this is Jaeyun is going to have a lot more success early with the carrier switch because, again, there's a lot fewer. You can't go for the long protracted things as much.
True.
But I do think this is a good map for it though, because there are a lot of areas and artifacts to retreat carriers across, and these bridges are going to make Goliaths trying to take down carriers an absolute nightmare.
I wonder if there's a chance he'll try to go Wraith against this. He's already got an add-on on his starport. Like things like that can sway you towards it. you know, especially if you've already lost a game to carriers. Honestly, like if I played Jaeyun like another game and he went carrier, I 100% would have gone Wraith because I'm like, no, Goliaths don't work, you know?
And Jaeyun doing the thing again where he's going to go ahead and act. He has to know minds here, so he's plopping down like, yep, just doing the standard Arbiter, expand everywhere sort of style. So do the same thing you did in the first game against me. Vulture's sneaking up, comsatting, trying to get some additional probe kills. One thing is he has managed to whittle down a lot of the probes at these expansions, so I'm not sure that the economy is quite as bulky for Jaeyun this time to really get it up and running. He's dropping a second cybernetics score to make sure he's pumping those upgrades. Do we have that Arbiter? Does Arbiter show us +1 weapons? Yeah. So we already got +1 weapons finished. I don't know if that's been scouted, but that might be an indicator overall. Jaeyun doing some nice movement here, though, catching these vultures before they're able to sneak out on the map.
Yeah, he's actually blocking everything. Jaeyun is playing beautifully. Like, he really is. He's found his groove in this game. And Gypsy is going to have a hard time. Like, when these carriers, when he finds these, it's going to trigger him. You know, he was really upset. He looked at the replay after game 1 and just fast-forwarded to when the Stargates were and looked at it and just was, like, really angry. So, like, losses like that hurt, you know? Because it's like you have the tools to find it, but you don't even think of it because it looks so normal from Jaeyun.
Jaeyun is real. I think he sold this really, really well. Really, really well. Although this time, I'm seeing a lot of Goliaths out on the map, and I'm wondering if it somehow did get scouted.
When you're playing against Arbiter, it's okay to get like 8 Goliaths or so to just try to really. It's like you basically force him to stasis the Goliaths, right? Because otherwise you're going to kill the Arbiters. So like it's a pretty common move for Terran to get almost a group of them. So that might be it. If he makes more than that, then he definitely knows.
We'll have to take a look as things progress. It looks like Gypsy going to move out. He wants to go for that 4th. He's moving to the 9 o'clock. There's a pylon there to spot it. What's the carrier count out now? We've already got 3 carriers out, and they've already got +2 weapons, by the way.
Oh my god.
So,
+2.
And good EMP on that Arbiter. Yeah, I think with that EMP being utilized on that Arbiter right there, I think Jaeyun sold it well again.
You know, if Gypsy is like really, really like dialed in right now, he's going to be like, wait, where's the other Arbiters? You haven't cast a single spell with these Arbiters, right? Yeah. That's the chance for his victory, because if he does figure this out, like, he's got a big enough economy, he can really add a lot of Goliaths and, like, keep it kind of okay.
Oof. Okay, so we got the 6 carriers out.
Ooh.
That's a scary count. We do have a few additional Goliaths, but it doesn't look like that Goliath count is getting much higher than this initial 7. And also the timing of this is the same thing that happened game 1, where Gypsy was near max supply when the carriers came out. Just as the way this build works, a brilliant play from Jaeyun, and so he didn't have a lot of supply to fill in with Goliaths, and this is once again the same situation as game 1. And it shows, I feel like if you didn't win the tournament, you got the moral victory all the way around, right? You got the
definitely.
The dirty Protoss, you've got everything else going on.
When we get home, me and Gypsy are going to play for the finals, because this... no. Jaeyun is honestly like putting out these amazing games with these sick mind games. Oh. You know, Protoss hate is real, but not during a tournament like this. Like, Jaeyun is killing it. He has completely tricked Gypsy in the same way 2 times. Completely tricked him.
Oh, okay, so now we got two science vessels out on the front that might provide some support with some EMP, but another issue I hadn't thought about on Neo Dark Origin is just being able to get your army out in a position where it can engage. Because look at the clutter that's happening.
It's hard, man. Like, the pathing on this map is really tough to deal with.
And that's going to be all the worse as, how do you retreat from this? Defense matrix dropping, second science vessel down, and that's got to be frustrating. We do have a few Goliaths out here. Don't want to click but the numbers are very, very minimal. +2 weapons is there. We don't have any armor plating yet, but we already have +3 weapons. Sure, I thought we had +3 weapons. +3 weapons is going to be done pretty quickly. But right now, Gypsy down 30 supply and plummeting. And that's the thing, is on this map, there's not a lot of, okay, I'm going to take some additional bases after this. Once this base goes down, there's just not going to be a lot that Gypsies can do, because the previous time he made a really good game of it by expanding top right, expanding bottom left, and forcing the slow carrier, kind of playing a refugee Terran style, like flipping the script. I don't think he can do that on Neo Dark Origin.
You're right. The terrain is like really advantageous for carriers, like the bridges and stuff. You can't really get there. There's a lot of ground you can fly over, And, well, the one thing that works for Gypsy is it's 4 base versus 5 base right now, so it's not that bad as far as base count goes. But Jaeyun is going to actually power 1 down and bring Gypsy down to 3 base. So that's very tough, because I feel like the win condition here for Gypsy is Goliaths to push this back into Wraiths, and he's not going to be able to do that. He's actually lost way too many tanks. Jaeyun is way too cost efficient, and I think we have ourselves a champion very soon here.
And let's see, I'm waiting for Jaeyun to make the next movement to either pick up. He could just go caddy corner and move across. It looks like, wow, Gypsy trying to rebuild the command center on the spot. That's actually kind of a clever maneuver. Actually, it looks like Jaeyun not going to stick there. He's just going to move the carriers, find another target. I expect him actually to go all the way around, maybe start targeting that base rather than going into open field. Going to pick off a couple siege tanks. It looks like Gypsy moved across the ramp. That's another issue, trying to get across that ramp. If Jaeyun moves, if he cycles those troops around, it's going to be difficult to get any sort of area where he can attack these carriers. This is an even better map for this strategy. And right now, if you look at the supply counts, JY still sitting around 200 supply, and Gypsy is approaching 100.
He's very close to dead right now. Like, there's not much left here for Gypsy. GG, grats, that's it, and we have a champion. It's Jaeyun coming out of that loser bracket and beating Gypsy 3-1 in that finals. Wow.
Whew.
Very, very well done. I think that we should get him in here for you to interview.
Let's go ahead and drag the champ in. Pull him in shortly. The reverse sweep with the mind games. Wait for it shortly here, guys. I wish I could bring up like a victory screen music for you. Again, escape not working. And mission quit. Don't exit program this time. Get the doop de doo doop doop de doo. Oh. All right, ladies and gents. Everybody else, come on in.
Oh my, it's hot in here, dude. It's like way hotter outside.
That's the very first thing everybody says when they come in here.
Oh my god, dude.
Jaeyun with the reverse. So okay, I have to ask. So the first time through the winners bracket final, were you like, okay, I'm just gonna play heads up and intentionally go to have this stuff prepared for the next cycle around?
No, honestly, like I didn't expect to beat him at all. So I was just gonna try to like play. Cause I've been practicing a lot of like speed shuttles and stuff, and 2 out of every 10 games it like does really well, but I've been losing a lot doing it. So I was just hoping that like, oh, maybe something will click during the game, and so I feel like making things like really hectic will, you know, give me a chance to win. Because if I just play like normal arbiters and stuff, like he's just way too solid. He'll never ever lose to just like normal plays. So yeah. So like he's like impossible to beat because he's just like he's so solid as a Terran. And I've been trying to like move away from arbiters to beat people like him, because he's kind of like my ceiling, and every time I play normal like arbiters and stuff, I just always lose because like they just EMP, they just like kill everything. So I tried to just play like a solid game, but it just didn't work well, and like that's how I expected it to go. So I wasn't planning for like the comeback later.
Brilliant mind games. Do you feel like you have a bit of moral panic where it's like, oh man?
Yeah, well, not really. I mean, like, I feel like there's a couple of things. It's, like, so late, and I just wanted to cheese all the way. And I felt like playing like I had nothing to lose. Just, like, he's a much better player than me. Like seriously. Like, he's like, orders of better than me. And I felt very at ease, actually. Just, like, cheesing every single game, doing all that stuff just because I felt like, it's just... Yeah, I don't know. I had nothing to lose. I was supposed to...
There you go. Do you have any championship statements you want to make out to the...
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, like, I don't feel like a real champion, honestly. I'm just, I'm just Protosing, man. Like, I just did what I had to do. I felt like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I have no championship words.
So Jaeyun takes the championship, but Artosis is getting all sorts of moral victories today. With the Protoss going like, I don't know, I'm just Protoss taking championships.
Yeah.
All the way around. But I'm going to say congratulations right there.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Going to hand the stream back over to Artosis officially to say...
Yeah, for sure,
all
man.
you guys.
All right, thanks everybody.
Get Zen in here as well, who's the guy who organized all this. Special thanks to him. Appreciate you guys letting me babysit the stream while Artosis did his tournament shenanigans. Congratulations. Was rooting for you all the way.
Definitely. All right, have fun. Thanks, guys.
Have fun, and I am getting out of this hot room. Congratulations, guys.
Real MVP Diggity. Round of applause for Diggity, please.
All right, guys. This right here is Zen. We've sent you guys to him to host after the stream and stuff before. Zen_BW on Twitch. He set up this entire tournament. He did it kind of behind the scenes. Invited a bunch of players that are kind of known and stuff. And, you know, that takes a lot of organizational skills. So a big shout out to him. Definitely follow his channel on Twitch, Zen_BW. It's been an amazing event, Zen. What do you have to say about this? Is like I said before, this is the highlight of my year. Okay, I have a lot of fun memories with my kids and wife, but see, I don't even remember how many. I have multiple kids. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know, because I'm only thinking about StarCraft right now. This has been unbelievably fun with everybody. Say something about what it was to put this together. A little bit overcome with emotion here. Guys, it's been months coming. It's really actually driven a lot of us to practice, and like I've been practicing really hard for it. I know the guys in the chat know that. We have a lot of people that came out of retirement to play. Like Nesh gave us some of the best games. He came out of retirement for this. Nyokin fucking knocked me the new loser bracket. He came out of retirement for this. Everyone is kind of practicing their best to play in this tournament, and it's been something else, guys. This is why I'm in this industry, is this exact type of thing. But Zen, when you're ready, let us know what it was to put this tournament together.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. It's been a labor of love, honestly. It didn't really feel like we were putting it together because I knew how much fun it was going to be. It was just really gratifying and rewarding to see everyone have such a fun time, and really enjoy each other's company. This community is great. It was amazing. I think I'll look back on this experience fondly, and I put work into it, but I can't say enough about the support I've had from the rest of the community as well. We got so many donations from yours truly, Artosis, and then I can't think of everything off the top of my head, so it'd be hard to come with all the names. But Supperman, Love Snow Justice, you name it. Just so many people donated, and you have so much support for this event. So it means a lot to me.
Yeah, no, it was amazing, and everyone was really excited about this. It worked out perfectly. I think everyone's had the most amazing time, and I tell you, if you ever want to do it again, Zen, I'll be there. We'll help you fundraise for it, and it truly was the event of the year, I think. Like,
Thanks a lot, thank you.
Yeah. Foreign Broodwar. Look at how fucking good the games are. Seriously.
Yeah, it was quite amazing.
Today was better than a day of ASL. That's for sure. Okay. I'm gonna be casting ASL next week, but I'm gonna be like, these games aren't that good, because this has been so crazy.
Yeah,
good.
And the guys in the chat, it was like 2,700 viewers throughout the day, the entire tournament.
Sick.
So props to you guys too. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it.
Yeah. It turns out great. There's trophies to give out and prizes and stuff. So guys, I think we're gonna end the stream here. Again, check out Zen. Check out everyone that was in this tournament as well. I'll drop all the Twitch links for everyone that was here. in the chat a little bit. I guess when I get home. Realistically, I'm not going to do that on my phone. But yeah, it's been great. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for supporting, and hopefully we get no more lands like this, man. We got to get Zen doing this full time. All right. Anything else?
No, that's all. Thanks so much for everyone. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good night wherever you are.
All right, guys. We will see you later. I'll see you tomorrow.